Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and another episode of Journey to Understand the Bible. I'm your host, Damien, and in our last episode, we went over Genesis 32, where Jacob sent his brother issue some land, not his land, but livestock, and told his servants that he sent them his herdsmen out one at a time with after he divided all the livestock up and said, if you bump into my brother, tell him that I'm right behind you guys, and all of these animals are for him. They're gifts for him. And basically, I guess he was afraid that his brother was going to not be friendly to him. And we ended that chapter with him having Jacob on a camp by himself, and he ended up wrestling with God, and he ended up injuring his hip. Basically, it's how the chapter ended. So we're going to continue with chapter Genesis 33. Jacob and Esau make peace. Then Jacob looked up and saw Esau coming with his 400 men. He divided the children among Leah, Rachel, and his two servant wives. He put the servant wives and their children at the front, Leah and her children next, and Rachel and Joseph last. Then Jacob went on ahead. As he approached his brother, he bowed to the ground 7 times before him. Then Esau ran to meet him and embraced him, threw his arms around his neck, and kissed him, and they both wept. Then Esau looked at the women and children and asked, who are these people with you? These are the children God has graciously given to me, your servant, Jacob replied. Then the servant wives came forward with their children and bowed before him. Next came Leah with her children, and they bowed before him. Finally, Joseph and Rachel came forward and bowed before him. And what were all the flocks and herds I met as I came? Esau asked. Jacob replied, they are a gift, my lord, to ensure your friendship. My brother, I have plenty, Esau answered. Keep what you have for yourself. But Jacob insisted, no, if I have found favor with you, please accept this gift from me. And what a relief to see your friendly smile. It is like seeing the face of God. Please take this gift I have brought you, for God has been very gracious to me. I have more than enough. And because Jacob insisted, Esau finally accepted the gifts. Well, Esau said, let's be going. I will lead the way. But Jacob replied, you can see, my lord, that some of the children are very young, and the flocks and herds have very young too. If they are driven too hard, even for one day, all the animals could die. Please, my lord, go ahead of your servant. We will follow slowly at a pace that is comfortable for the livestock and the children. I will meet you at Seir. All right, Ishu said, but at least let me assign some of my men to guide and protect you. Jacob responded, that's not necessary. It's enough that you receive me warmly, my lord. So Ishu turned around and started back to Seir that same day. Jacob, on the other hand, traveled on to Succoth. There he built himself a house and made shelters for his livestock. That is why the place was named Succoth, which means shelters. Later, having traveled all the way from Padanaram, Jacob arrived safely at the town of Shekashim in the land of Canaan. There he set up camp outside the town. Jacob bought a plot of the land where he camped from the family of Hamor, the father of Shechem, for 100 pieces of silver, and there he built an altar and named it El Echo Israel, and that's how Genesis 33 ended. And so, as a recap, Jacob finally met up with his brother, and offered him all. He introduced his family and everything, and then his brother issue asked like, where's all this livestock and all of these animals come from? He's like, oh yeah, that's mine, but I'm giving it to you as a gift. And he was like, man, I got plenty of stuff. You don't have to give me nothing. But he insisted. So issue eventually just took it, said, all right, fine, and then offered to uh, uh, escort him back. But he had a bunch of little babies and baby animals and everything. Jacob did, so he couldn't go back with him immediately. He said, just give me some time. We'll just follow you. And that's pretty much how Genesis 33 ended. If you like what you heard, I will continue with Genesis 34. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye.